Pwede pa rin ba? Can you arrive at a valid conclusion if your major premise is A is less than B and your minor premise is B is greater than C? Yes, Brian.
Po Prof, hindi na po Prof. Kasi tawag doon, hindi po niya na ano, like hindi po niya na-satisfy yung sa transitivity po, yung sa para maging logically valid po yung ano, hindi po niya na-follows directly po na dapat parehas po yung ginamit po na premises.
Okay. There is what you call inconsistency in the relation between the two quantities being compared in the two premises. That's why you should not be coming up with this kind of syllogism if you want to make your conclusion logically valid. I repeat, you should not make these two statements here to become your two premises if you would like to come up with a valid, logically valid conclusion. Because if you have these two premises, automatically the conclusion you will get is logically invalid. Okay? Sige, next. Let's have number 2. Property number 2. Pakibasa ang property number 2 and tell something about it. May we have, sorry. Okay, may volunteer ba? Yes, Melissa.
Rule number 2. If A is less than B, then A plus C is less than B plus C for any real number C. Parang ano po siya, katulad dun sa addition property of equality.
Okay, sige. True. This property number 2 or rule number 2 is equivalent to your addition property of equality. Now, ang tanong ko dito ay, can we assign any values for A, B, and C provided that the premise A is less than C is satisfied and the conclusion A plus C is less than B plus C remains to be true. What I mean is that rule number 2 always true? Whatever values you assign to A, B, and C, as long as the premise A is less than B is satisfied.
Yes po.
Yes. Even you make the values of A and B unlike sign, as long as the value of A is lower than B, and if you will add a common value to A and B, okay, if you will add any value or any number to the values of A and B, then the sum of A and the added value is always lower than the sum of the value of B and the value of C. You consider some examples, okay? So the first one is 5 is less than 7. That is true. And then I am assigning 10 as the value of C. Look at the result. Is the result 15 is less than 17 true?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, if I have this statement, tell me if this is appropriate to illustrate the rule number 2. Pakibasa yung nakasulat kung nababasa niyo. Sino nakakabasa? Sino nakakabasa ng kasulat sa mirror? Anybody? Yes, Melissa?
7 is less than negative 2. Then 7 plus 5 is less than negative 2 plus 5.
Okay. Does this illustrate rule number 2? O Melissa, ikaw lang sumagot. Ikaw lang sasagot pala.
Yes po.
Do you agree with Melissa, Joanna?
No po, sir. Kasi
Why?
sa premise pa lang po is mali na because 7 is not less than negative 2.
Okay. Okay. Dito pa lang sa premise may mali na. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo kanina, when you are assigning values for the variables A, B, and C, your primary consideration is for you to satisfy the premise first. Because if you are assigning values that do not satisfy the premise, automatically you are not illustrating the given rule. Okay? So this is not an appropriate illustration of rule number 2 because the premise alone is already wrong. Suppose I interchange. I have negative 2 as less than 7. Will the conclusion negative 2 plus 5 is less than 7 plus 5 true? Okay. Shaina?
Yes po.
Yes. Because the premise is already true. Okay, next. So take note, rule number 2 for inequality is equivalent to your addition property of equality. Okay, let's go to rule number 3. Rule number 3 is... Pero may nahanap na pangalan dito pero hindi ko makita. Okay, may volunteer ba sa rule number 3? Yes, Miss Melissa.
Rule number 3. If A is less than B and C is greater than 0, then AC is less than BC. It is
Okay.
equivalent po with multiplication property.
Sige, I agree with you that this rule number 3 has similarity with the multiplication property of equality. But there is a restriction. There is an additional restriction in this rule compared with the property that we have, the multiplication property that we have in the equation. Ano yung additional restriction dito? Yes, Cedric.
Ano po, si C po dapat is greater than 0 po.
And greater than 0 means what? The value of C, which is the multiplier, is?
Hindi po siya pwede plus positive po. Positive.
Cedric, medyo ano ka, maano yung boses mo?
Positive po.
Okay.
Sige.
Sige.
Kasi
we see to it that our multiplier C here has a positive value, not just any real number. Because we have, you look at rule number 4. Okay. Can you see the difference between rule number 3 and rule number 4? Okay, look at your material. I don't want to write. Who can state the difference between rules 4 and 3? Yes, Melissa.
Sa rule number 3 po, positive value po dapat ang C. And sa rule number 4 po is the negative value.
Okay, sige. True. Ngayon, is there an effect in the relationship between the two quantities being compared when the two sides of the inequality are multiplied by a positive number? Tuloy mo na, Melissa. Is there an effect with regards to the relationship between the two sides of the inequality when the two sides of the inequality are multiplied by a positive number?
Yes po. Meron po.
Anong epekto niya?
Yung magiging negative value po yung
Wait, Melissa. Ano sinabi kong multiplier?
yung multiplier po is negative.
Ano binanggit kong multiplier? With negative value ba o with positive value?
Sa rule number 3 po, yung multiplier po is positive value. Meanwhile,
Kaya nga.
sa 4 po is negative.
Oo. Pero ang point ko dito ay, if you are given with an inequality, whether it is A is less than B or A is greater than B. Okay, you think of any of those two. You can consider them both. Okay, A is less than B or A is greater than B. And you are to multiply both sides of those inequalities by a positive number. Is there an effect in the relationship between the two sides of the resulting inequality? When I said, is there an effect, will the relation between the two sides of inequality be changed or not? Sino to nagre-recite? Sino?
13 po.
Sige, Jocelyn.
No po, sir. The relationship between the two variables is stay the same.
Okay, sige. Take note. So if you're given with an inequality, and you multiply both sides by a positive number, the relationship between the resulting products remains the same. Okay? Like for example, I'll check if this is true. Is 5 greater than 3? Is this true?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes. I will multiply both sides of the inequality by positive 2. Okay? So I will assign 2 as the value of C. And 2 here will multiply both sides of the inequality. What will be the resulting product in the left side? And resulting product in the right side? 6. Now, Is there a change in the relationship between the two quantities? Will the greater than symbol become less than?
No.
No. This remains to be greater than. Bakit? Why is the greater than symbol retained? Stating the relationship between the obtained products.
Kasi po, positive yung multiplier natin.
Okay, because the multiplier is positive. Okay? But if you are given with 5 as greater than 3, but the multiplier is negative, such as C is equal to -7, what will be the left side of the inequality? Dictate.
-35.
-35. What will be the product in the right side?
Negative
Negative
21.
21.
-21. Can we retain the relation symbol stating the relationship between the two obtained products?
No po.
No. So what will be the relationship between -35 and -21?
Negative 35 is less than negative 21.
Okay, -35 is less than -27. So when is the relationship between the two quantities is reversed? Whenever we perform multiplication. Yes, China.
Kapag po yung multiplier natin is less than 0 or negative po.
Okay. So the relationship between the two quantities will be reversed whenever the multiplier is negative. Again, ulitin ko yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, pag sinabi kong multiplier, kasama na din dun ang division. Okay? Pag sinabi kong addition, kasama na dun ang subtraction. Nagkakaintindihan ba tayo? Okay? Sige. Next. We go to rule number 5. Okay, rule number 5. Will somebody read that? Rule number 5. And then tell something about it. Okay, sa mga lalaki naman tayo. Jericho, or number 5?
Rule number 5. If A is less than B and C is less than D, then A plus C is less than B plus D. Parang
Okay,
din po sa
what does that mean?
rule number 2, parang addition property po.
Is rule number 5 similar with rule number 5? Rule number 2? Jericho?
Yes po.
Uh-huh. You have there two premises. A is less than B, and then C is less than D. But if you look at the conclusion, is addition property applied in the conclusion?
No po.
No. Okay? So you cannot say that rule number 5 is similar to rule number 2. They are different. What does rule number 5 tell us? Anyone from the class? Okay, for you to interpret the whole rule, you try to analyze the premise or the two premises. So the first premise is A is less than B. So anong ibig sabihin yan? Similarly with the second premise, C is less than D. And then look at the conclusion. A and C are added together, while B and D are also added together. Ano ibig sabihin? Yes, Maxine.
Sum of lower numbers.
Kasi kompletuhin mo, Maxine.
The sum of any two lower numbers is always lower than the sum of higher values.
Okay. The sum of any two lower numbers is always lower than the sum of any two higher numbers. Okay, going back to the premise, can we say that the value of A is lower than the value of B? Everyone can answer the question. Can we say that the value of A is lower than the value of B?
Yes po.
Can we say that the value of C is lower than the value of D?
Yes po.
Yes. And if you look at the conclusion, what are A and C? Yun. Are these the variables with lower values?
Yes po.
And what are B and D? Are these the variables with higher values?
Yes po.
Yes. So property number 5 or rule number 5 says the sum of any two lower values is always lower than the sum of any two higher values. Okay. Tignan niyo yung example ko. Is 5 lower than 10?
Yes po.
Is negative 15 lower than negative 4?
Yes po.
Yes. I added those numbers with lower values, which are 5 and then negative 15. And I also added those numbers with higher values. So I have 10 plus negative 4. And I arrive at negative 10 in the left side. And then in the right side, I arrive at 6. Is it true that negative 10 is lower than 6?
Yes po.
Yes. Okay. So that's the meaning of rule number 5. Ulitin natin, the sum of any two lower numbers is always lower than the sum of any two higher numbers. Does it follow that the sum of any two higher numbers is greater than the sum of any two lower numbers? Is the sum of any two higher numbers
Yes po.
greater than the sum of any two lower numbers?
Yes po.
Yes,
Yes
po.
Yes. Okay, binaliktad ko lang. Next, we go to property number 6. Analyze the premise and then you relate those premises to your conclusion. Okay, tell something about this. Anybody? Anybody? What does rule number 6 mean? Sino nag-raise ng kamay? Umalis ka agad.
Dalayon po.
Okay, Maurice.
Medyo similar po siya sa rule number 5. Ang intindi ko po, the product of two positive numbers with lower values is always less than the product of two positive numbers with higher value po.
Okay. Why did you say that the numbers being multiplied are positive?
Sir,
Sige, sige. What is your basis of saying that the numbers being multiplied here are all positive?
Sir, based on the example lang po sa module, and kanina rin po kasi kapag po diba sa rule number 2 and rule number 3, pag pinapalitan po yung sign ng multiplier, nag-iiba po yung conclusion. So, inassume ko po na positive po dapat para hindi po magbago.
Oy, Maurice, ano ang mas magandang basehan? What is the best, okay? What is the best reference or basis in saying that the numbers here are all positive? Russell.
As stated po dun sa rule, A is greater than 0. Therefore, any real number that is greater than 0 is positive po. Kaya
Okay.
that's why positive po dapat yung mga numbers or values.
Yung ang basis nyo palagi dyan is yung premise. Okay? Ayun. As to why the numbers to be assigned as values of A, B, C, and D are all positive because of the premises A is greater than B. A is greater than 0, sorry. A is greater than 0 and A is less than B. Which means that if A is greater than 0 and A is less than B, it means that both A and B are positive. Similarly, if C is greater than 0, it means that C is positive. And C is less than D, it means that D is also positive. Nakuha mo, Maurice?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. Pakiulit mo yung sinabi mo kanina kasi yun ang importanteng ma-retain sa utak nyo on how to interpret rule number 6. Ulitin mo yung sinabi mo kanina about rule number 6.
For rule number 6 po, the product of two positive numbers with lower values is always less than the product of two positive numbers with higher values.
Okay. Naiintindihan nyo ba? Uy, kayong mga nakikinig, kayong na nakatulog dyan, naiintindihan nyo ba?
Opo.
Okay, sige. Next, let's go to rule number 7. Yung last na to, last na to. And try to understand the premise and then try to relate those two premises with the conclusion so that you can properly interpret rule number 7. Anybody? Okay, it's easy to understand the first premise. A is less than B. Alam natin yan. Pero, what does the second premise mean? The second premise here is AB or the product AB is greater than 0. Ano ibig sabihin niya? Yes, Shena.
Same po dapat yung sign ni A tsaka ni B.
Bakit?
Para po yung product is magiging positive, so magiging greater than 0 po siya.
Okay, sige, tama. No, yun ang ibig sabihin nung AB is greater than 0. So when you assign values for the variables A and B, see to it that they are like sign. Okay, Shaina, would you mind to give me your own example? Do not mention the example that is found in the material.
If 3 is less than
Sige, pag-assign muna tayo ng values mo. Ano yung value ng A mo?
3 po.
Positive.
Positive
Value ng
3.
B.
Positive 5.
Positive 5. Okay, sige. Is it true that 3 is less than 5?
Yes po.
Okay. Ngayon, how do you relate 1 over A to A? What is the relationship?
Ano po? Reciprocal.
Okay, sige. So, what is the reciprocal of 3?
1 over 3 po.
What is the reciprocal of 5?
1 over 5.
Now, is it true that 1/3 is less than 1/5?
Yes po. Ay. No po pala.
China. Ano dapat?
1/3 is greater than 1/5.
Okay, sige. It should be 1/3 is greater than 1/5. Okay, sige. Let's have negative values for A and B. Assign value for A. China, tuloy mo.
Ano po? Negative 8.
Negative 8. Value for B.
Negative 6.
Negative 6. Now, do you satisfy the first premise? A is negative 8, then B is
Yes.
negative 6. Do you satisfy the first premise?
Yes po.
Yes. Do you satisfy the second premise?
Yes po.
Yes. That is 48 is greater than 0. Tama?
Yes po.
What is the reciprocal of negative 8?
1 over negative 8.
What is the reciprocal of negative 6?
1 over negative 6.
So what is the relationship between the reciprocals of negative 8 and negative 6?
1 over negative 8 is greater than 1 over negative 6.
Is that true?
Yes po.
Is negative
Yeah.
1/8 really greater than negative 1/6? Shaina, tama o mali?
No po.
Ulitin ko. Is negative 1/8 really greater than negative 1/6?
Wait lang, sir.
Oh, parang nasa grupo kayo ah. Saan ba kayo? Ha? Nasa school ba kayo?
Nasa bahay po ako, sir.
Meron ko narinig eh. Oh, sige, ano siya na? What is the relationship between negative 1/8 and negative 1/6?
Negative 1/8 is greater than negative 1/6 po.
Oh, so tama ba yung rule?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. This is my question to everyone. What technique will you apply so that you can convince your students that negative 1/8 is greater than negative 1/6? This question is addressed to everybody. If you want to make your students understand that negative 1/8 is really greater than negative 1/6, what technique will you apply or will you show? Okay, Miss Blase.
Ako ginagawa ko din po sa lahat ng fractions, nagko-cross multiply po ako para makita po yung right side tsaka left side na mas mataas or mas mababa po. Parang sa
Okay.
negative,
Sige, tignan nga natin. Sige, tignan natin. Sige. Oh, we do cross multiplication. So, what do you get?
okay po, negative 1/8 multiply, is blank by negative 1 over negative 6. Ano daw? Negative 1 over 6. Ayun. So, bali 1 is multiplied by negative 6.
Miss Blase. Di ba ito yung given inequality? Negative 1.8 is greater than negative 1.6. And that is true.
Apo.
Sige, mag-cross multiply ka nga.
Apo. Abali, 1 is multiplied by negative 6. Meron po tayong negative 6 for the left side. For the right side, we have 1 multiplied by negative 8. Hence, we have negative 8. Bali, yung bago nating pagbabasihan is negative 6 tapos negative 8. Yung negative 6 is greater than negative 8. That's why I concluded that 1 over negative 8 is greater than 1 over negative 6. Tapos, applicable din po yun sa mga positive.
Sige, pwede naman yun, di ba? Negative 6 is greater than negative 8. Tama naman. Okay? Sige. Another one. Yes, Jericho.
Sir, sa akin naman po, sir, ang ginagawa ko po is kino-convert ko po yung dalawang fractions into decimals po.
Then, sige.
Yung ganito po, let's say, negative 1.8 is greater than negative 1.6. Bali ganito po. Pag convert po yung negative 1.8 into decimal, magiging negative 0.125 po. Then yung negative 1.6 po is magiging negative 0.1666 something po.
Sige.
Ayun po. Then, we can say po na negative 0.125 is greater than negative 0.1666 something po. Ayun po.
Will that be convincing in the part of the learners that negative 0.125 is less than greater than, negative 0.125 is greater than negative 0.16666? Okay, another technique. If you think that is good, Jericho, okay lang. Pero iniisip ko kasi sa pananaw ng isang bata na nag-aaral with regards to which one is greater than the other, especially when dealing with negative numbers, ano pa ang medyo mas magandang paraan? Sige, let's start from Cedric muna before I call on Shana.
Sir, I think much better po dito po natin, gagamitan po siya natin ng number line po para po mas ma-visualize po ng learners po natin kung nasan po ba si negative 1 over 6 saka kung nasan po ba si negative 1 over 8.
Cedric, napuputol ang boses mo.
Ito po, sir.
Ulitin mo.
Ito po, sir. Sir, I think po much better po na way na para ituro po natin sa students sa po. Is gagamitan po
wala ka na naman.
Number line po.
Nawala ka.
Ay, wala po. Ito, sir, lalaksan ko na po. Ito, sir, nasa library po kasi. I think po much better po, sir, kapag gagamitan po natin yung number line po para po mas ma-visualize po ng learners kung saan po ba natin matatagpuan si negative 1 over 6 saka po si negative 1 over 8 po.
Okay, sige. Tama yan, That would be for me, that would be the best. You plot the numbers along the number line. In that case, what will be the guiding principle in saying that this quantity is greater than the other when those quantities are plotted along the number line? Ano yung guiding principle dyan? Di ba nag-plot ka? Di ba? You plot negative 1.8 along the number line. You plot negative 1.6 also along the number line. Tama, Cedric?
Yes po.
Ngayon, ano ang magiging guide mo dyan? Ano ang magiging guiding concept natin? Para masabi natin that negative 1.8 is really greater than negative 1.6.
Ayun po, ano po yung nasa left side po, sir? Yun po yung mas maliit po na value.
Okay, sige. Any quantity that is located at the left side has lower value than any quantity that's located at the right side. Tama?
Yes po.
Ayun. Okay? Yun ang maganda para ma-visualize ng mga bata kung alin sa dalawa has lower value. Alin sa dalawa has higher value. Okay, Shaina, you were raising your hand a while ago. Ano yung idea mo dyan?
Same lang po kay Cedric. Pero
Ah.
sir, ask ko lang din po if siguro if pwede na gamitin natin yung rule 3, like gagawin nating positive yung values po by multiplying negative 1 sa both sides po.
Then, mare-reverse na yon kung sakali. Because you are using a negative multiplier.
Yes po.
Okay. Sige.
Magiging positive 1/8 na po siya, tsaka positive 1/6.
Okay, so in that case, si positive 1/8 will have lower value compared with positive 1/6. Na-reverse na. Medyo lumayo na tayo dun sa given numbers. Tama ba ako, Shana? Na-reverse na.
Yes po.
Kasi nag-multiply ka gumamit ka ng negative multiplier. Okay? In that case, medyo papahabain pa at saka mag-introduce ka na naman ng ibang concept yan. Kasi from negative numbers ang kino-compare mo, you converted them to positive numbers. And that would require additional understanding on the part of the students. So, ang suggestion ko dyan ay i-plot mo na lang yung values ng numbers mo along the number line and then you tell the students that any number that is found at the right has greater value than the number that is found at the left. Okay, any question? Any question? Any question with regards to the properties of inequality? Okay.
None po.
Ano yung isang property ng equation na hindi applicable sa inequalities? Siyempre, walang ano rito. Walang reflexive property dito, which is present in the properties of equality. Ano ibig sabihin ng reflexive property sa equation? Can you recall that? Reflexive property tells us that any quantity is equal to itself. Okay? That is reflexive property. Hindi naman pwedeng sabihin na any quantity is greater than itself. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Or any quantity is less than itself. Hindi pwedeng ganon. That's the reason why reflexive property does not exist in inequalities. Okay. Symmetry. Symmetry is one of the properties in equations. But is symmetry applicable in equality? Mr. Tagorio? Is symmetry applicable in inequalities?
No po, kasi in symmetry po, both sides are equal po.
Okay, sige. When we say symmetry, interchanging, symmetry means interchanging the two members of the equation does not change the relationship between the two. Now, since we are dealing with inequality, let's have this example. You have 3 is greater than 2. Is this true? Oh, everybody can answer.
Yes.
Yes. If we interchange the two sides of the inequality, coming up with the conclusion 2 is greater than 3, is this still true?
No po.
No po.
Oh, okay? No. That's why when you are dealing with inequality, you cannot interchange the members of your inequality if you do not reverse the relationship between them. So if you intend to interchange the two sides of the inequality, then you need also to reverse the relationship or the relation symbol between the two so that you can arrive at an equivalent inequality. Now, is this now true? Is 2 less than 3? Okay, sige. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na applicable ang symmetry dito sa inequality Walang symmetry sa inequality. Ang point ko dito ay, if you want to come up with an equivalent inequality, that is by interchanging the two sides of the inequality, we see to it that the relationship between those two quantities must also be reversed so that the given equality is equivalent to the second inequality. Claro? Okay. Okay, any question with regards to the properties? Mag-ingat lang kayo sa rule number 4. That is when the multiplier is negative or when the divisor is negative. Okay, we move on to the interval notations. Okay, pakibasa yung paragraph below interval notation and graphs. Volunteer? Volunteer to read. Okay, so Shana. Shana.
If an inequality involves one variable, then which real numbers can be used in place of the variable to obtain a correct statement? The set of all such numbers is the solution set to the inequality.
Okay. So if you are given with an inequality such that there is a variable in the inequality, we have a set of real numbers that can satisfy the given inequality. And that set of real numbers that satisfy the given inequality is called the solution set. Now, let's look at the first 4 inequalities. Pakibasa ang first 4 inequalities, Miss Mason. Miss Mason, pakibasa ang first 4 inequalities sa table.
Sir, wala pa rin po siya dito.
Si Miss Lanot pa rin nag-raise ng kamay. Sige, Miss Lanot. Go. Sige. Okay. Point of clarification lang. If we treat these inequalities as sentences. Sentences hindi inequalities I repeat, if we will treat these first 4 inequalities as sentences, which among the 4 is or are simple sentences. Yes. Yeah.
Yung 1 and 3 po.
Bakit 1 and 3?
Kasi di po siya gumamit ng conjunction or disjunction.
Good. Okay. Miss Blase or Gia is correct in saying that inequalities or sentences 1 and 3 are simple because there is only one sentence there, simple sentence. While inequality or sentences 2 and 4, they are considered compound sentences. Okay? They are considered compound sentences. Now, I will shift from sentence, gagamitin ko yung term na inequality. Generally, the first four, meaning all the first four inequalities are considered simple inequalities. Look at number 5. Look at number 6 up to 9. They are considered compound inequalities. Okay? Nasundan niyo ba ako? Kanina, I used the term sentence. Kaya dun sa first 4, items 1 and 3 are called what sentences?
Simple.
Simple. Samantala yung items 2 and 4, they are considered compound sentences because we can find 2 simple sentences in item number 2, so with item number 4. Okay? Now, baka may tanong din kayo about item number 5, item number 6 up to 9. Siyempre, automatically, all those items 5 to 9 are considered compound sentences. Ngayon mag-shift tayo. From sentence, pupunta na tayo dun sa inequality. Okay? So, I am saying that the first 4 inequalities are considered simple inequalities. While items 5 to 9, they are considered compound inequalities. Sige, ano kaya ang dahilan o ano na ngayon kaya ang pagkakaiba based from these inequalities? Ano ngayon ang pagkakaiba ng simple inequality at saka compound inequality? You can give different answers based from yung form, yung itsura ng inequalities na given o kaya pwede rin sa graphs. Sige. Would you mind to state one difference between simple inequality and then compound inequality? Okay, Gia. Anong gusto mong gamitin? Yung itsura ng inequality o yung graph?
Itsura lang po.
Okay, yung itsura. Sige.
Doon po sa simple inequality, there are 2 numbers that are being compared, while doon sa compound inequality, there are 3 numbers that being compared.
Okay, sige. That's one. Okay. In the simple inequalities, we are only comparing 2 quantities. Like for example, in item number 1, the 2 quantities there are yung x mismo, yung value ng x, at saka yung 1. Tama. Samantala dun sa number 5, which is an example of compound inequality, what are the quantities being compared there? Yeah, there's 0, but 0 is used twice. Okay? Your 0 is used twice, And then the third value is the value of x. And the third number is the value of x. In item number 6, what are the three quantities being compared? Tell them, Miss Olgado.
Positive, negative 1.
At saka,
X po.
okay, yung value ng x. Okay, tama. Okay, sige. Another way of differentiating simple inequality from that of compound inequality. Anybody? Anybody? Ginamit ni Gia yung forma, yung itsura ng inequality to differentiate simple inequality at saka compound inequality. Now, who can differentiate compound and simple inequalities based from the graph? O doon sa graph. Yes. Ms. Cabrera. Alaysa.
For simple inequality po, sir, unbounded po siya. While for compound inequalities, bounded po siya.
Pwede rin na ang compound inequality ay magiging unbounded din. Okay? Pwede rin na ang compound inequality ay unbounded. So, hindi pwedeng gamitin yon. Another one. Yes. Isabella.
Naririnig po.
Yeah.
Yung sa simple inequality po is naka-infinite po siya while yung 5 to 9 po is tawag dito. Hindi po siya naka-infinite.
Okay, sige. Yung compound inequality, pwede rin may infinity. So, hindi pwedeng gamitin yan. Yung 5 to 9 kasi, hindi lang ganyan ang itsura ng compound inequalities. Mayroon pang maraming itsura ang compound inequalities. Pero ang itsura ng simple inequalities ay, in terms of the form of the inequality, ganyan ang itsura niya at ganyan ang graph ng simple inequalities. Yes, Brian.
Prof, may ask lang ako, Prof. Di possible po, Prof, na na hindi na tawag doon na yung po yung endpoint po yung wala pong endpoint yung po. Yung single lang po yung sa like sa sinabi niyo po. Yung sa 5 to 9 po. Yung sa isa kasi
wait lang, Joanna. Sige.
Naisip ko lang yung question po. Kasi po sa sinabi niya po yung isa infinite. Tapos yung isa naman, hindi po. Like, yung iba po na example, hindi po,
sige. I will leave that as your assignment. Itutuloy natin yan mamayang hapon, 1 to 3. Okay? Imagine mo, Brian, parang wala na kang assignment pag sabihin ko eh. Sige. Ayaw kong sabihin muna. I-discover nyo muna kung ano pa ang itsura ng graphs ng compound inequalities na may infinity din. Okay? May infinity. Doon nyo makikita yung pagkakaiba ng simple inequalities sa compound. Ulitin ko, yung 5 to 9 items dyan ay they are just some examples of compound inequalities. Ibig sabihin, meron pang ibang itsura ng compound inequalities. Pero ang simple, ganyan lang talaga sa 1 to 4 lang. Ganyan din palagi ang graph ng simple inequalities. Okay? Sige. See you at 1 to 3. Dapat nakasagot kayo ng ayos mamayang hapon. Okay? Okay na ba tayo? Okay, see you this afternoon. Bye-bye.
Thank you po, Prof.
Thank you po.
Bye.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.